Good evening, everybody. This is Pradeep Mal, Ambassador of Change from GETI, the Global Education and Training Institute, and you are on our disruptive education platform, tried to us by our mentor, Dr. Sunita Gandhi, where we meet people from India and all over the world. We've had more than 750 such interactions, and today we have with us Mr. Vinod Kumar. He's the director, professional development, brilliant star school, Udaipur, Tripura. And he has 14 years of experience, most of it at the same school. He has a BA from the Punjab University from Chandigarh. He has a B.Ed from the Government Education College from Patiala and an M.Ed from the Kurukshetra University in Haryana. He has been principal, director, and principal of the professional brilliant star school of Udaipur, Tripura. He provides training to teachers, developing, and he helps in developing training materials. He will be speaking to us on professional learning, community in action, and brilliant star school. So thank you, sir, and over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Am I audible? Okay, I'm going to share my screen because I'll be using my PowerPoint presentation. Through that, like I'll be telling you, like how professional learning community is at work or in action in Brilliant Star School. Can you see the screen? Okay, I'm starting. Uh, so here, first of all, you can, I have a slide here. You can see Brilliant Star School at a glance. And this school is situated in Tripura. There is a small town called Udaipur. It's a very famous town. In that town, this school is situated. And you can see, it has got beautiful landscape. And this school, it was started in 2008, and this school is affiliated to CBSE, and it's a Baha'i inspired school. I mean, this school gets inspiration from the Baha'i teachings, like teaching like oneness of mankind, teaching like everyone is a mind rich of gems, uh, children are light of the world. All these inspirations we get from the Baha'i writing, and at the same time, this school is Ashoka Chainmaker School also. It has been recognized by the Ashoka Chainmakers as Ashoka Chainmaker School. And this school starts from nursery, and this is up to class 12. And we have got the campus which is spread out in 2.73 acres of land. And the student strength is 452. In each class, we have got only 35 students. And the number of teachers, we have got 31. It includes uh, part-time teacher plus full-time teacher. And now I'm going to tell you about professional learning community. We have got two platforms to to have to provide professional training or professional spaces to our teachers. So first one is a consultation platform. Since the time the school started in 2008, we have been using this platform. And in this platform, I can we have got various spaces, so I'm going to tell you what are those spaces. This one is a teacher reflection meeting, bi-weekly. In a month we hold two reflection meetings. And in this reflection meeting, TRM, we do not have any all planning meetings are conducted separately. But in teacher reflection meeting, only whatever was taught, whatever learning process took place in the past 1 week, or maybe past 2 weeks, teachers come and reflect on it. And one very important feature of teacher reflection meeting is that in that meeting, every time one teacher comes with his lesson plan, and then he or she demonstrates that lesson plan. Then other teachers give feedback on that lesson plan, and also whatever good points are there, those points are encouraged, appreciated, and any improvement required, and those improvement points are given by the teachers. In that way, the teacher gets gets an opportunity to improve his lesson plan also. And we have been finding that it's a quite useful element in our teacher reflection meeting. uh, we have another space that is a whole school meeting. So in the whole school meeting, you can see that here all our staff gather there, whether they are teaching staff, whether they are support staff, all of them gather. And then there teachers are, or the staff, they are appreciated if you have done good work. And also they participate how school can be, the various function of school can be improved. They give suggestion, and with that suggestion also, then we work on those suggestion if it is practicable. So this is held in monthly. So this one also we find it very useful also, because especially support staff, they get a platform where they express their view also, and they are heard, they are listened to, all these things are there. So this is we find it very useful also. And apart from these two spaces, we have got another very important space. It is the check-in meetings. Check-in meetings is that in that meeting we have got like academic leaders, coordinators. We have got professional development director, or professional developer in charge, and we have got service learning project coordinator. We have got spiritual education coordinator. So in this bi-monthly base and PD check-in professional development that is held in a monthly base, but others bi-weekly. So there, these various leaders or coordinators, they meet with the principal, and also they discuss like what is going on, and what they plan to do in future in coming days and all that thing. So all these are updated, the updates are given to the principal, so that principal knows that like what is going on, and any improvement required, any support is required from the principal or from the school, and all those are discussed there. So these check-in meetings also we find it very useful there, because there also like these all planning are done, and then like anything required that are discussed. And here you can see that like service learning project is there, because in Billion Star we consider is our core program. Service learning program, this is very important, starts from class 3 and it goes up to class 12 also, and all the students participate in service learning project. So, and also we have got a spiritual program. And let me tell you one thing also, this school is recognized as Ashoka Chainmaker School because of these two programs, service learning project and the spiritual program. Because of these two programs, Ashoka Chainmakers realized that like it's doing innovations in these two areas, and because of that this is recognized Ashoka Chainmakers School. And now we have got professional development platforms. That was consultation platforms, and now I'm going to talk about what other training or programs are there. So here in the Billion Star School, we have got monthly in-house training, and these trainings are conducted by professional development director or teachers. Sometimes teachers also, we have got senior teachers, those who have experience. So these training core teachers we have got. So these core teachers also sometimes conduct training, and sometimes professional development director also. These are monthly training, and this monthly training is very important. That uh, After observation, like in our school, peer observation is very important component. Teachers are supposed to observe other classes, not in order to find fault, but in order to appreciate what they have done nicely. And plus also one suggestion, actually we said like two compliments and one suggestion. So teachers are supposed to give two compliments, two good points, and one suggestion, less suggestion, so that teacher feel encouraged for his work. And from there we understand that any area is there where training is required. So based on observation only we plan our training, monthly training. It could be any area also. It could be like reading and comprehension area. It could be observation area. It could be like how to give effective feedback. So any area, uh, uh, whatever area is finalized is based on observation of the teachers only. You can see that this picture also here, like teachers, they are sitting, like in small group, and they are having this training session. And this is not only in-house training conducted by our staff only, but we invite outside resource persons also. So you can see in the picture also, this lady, she came from Mumbai, and she provided training on jollyphonics, because in our pre-primary we have got jollyphonics. And jollyphonics, this program, we felt that our teachers require more training. So that's why we called one resource person. So this person came from the Bombay and provided the training. And here also you can see that like another training program from outside resource. This training program was on mindset, Carol, uh, Dwight Carroll's, like very important, like this, uh, approach is, the mindset. So this training was given on mindset, like how, like teachers should have, different mindset, so that like teaching learning process is more effective. So how like mindset should be changed, in giving in having efforts. When children like put their efforts, what kind of mindset we should have. When children face challenges, what kind of mindset we should have. So all these areas we got training. So now this PLC, professional learning community, as I mentioned before, peer observation is very important. So you can see that like we have got ongoing peer observation, and then we have like another like very important component is that any teacher like who is inducted in Brilliant Star School, the teacher is not supposed to take class straight away. The teacher, he or she, is provided training. In the training also we have this like a very different structure, where half time that they study the document, like various documents of the school, and then half time also they observe somebody's class. First they observe somebody's class and see how like teaching learning process is going on here, and after that they are given only one class. And then like mentors like observe their class and find that like their teaching is fine, like, and all, then they are giving more classes. So in that way gradually their classes are the classes are increased, but first they are supposed to observe others classes. So in that way like our like orientation and mentoring program is held. And now like a very important thing is that this is from 2019, in our professional learning community we added one more dimension, that is a PLC group, professional learning community group, very important one. uh, eh, so here like this professional learning community, actually we find like very useful like platform. Because here like in PLC group we are given training, and there like we found that like the PLC also, it is a data driven discussion is held, and evidence based practice is there. And here like all teachers come together and like have joint inquiry, means all come together. And the action is very collaborative action is there, united action is there. Because before, as I mentioned you, we have got teacher reflection meeting. So teacher reflective meeting, actually here like teachers, their the perceptions, their opinion, their feelings, all these were mixed when they were saying thing. But here PLC realized that like we should base our thing on data, evidence also. This is what we learned in PLC also. It was very like remarkable lead in our like profession PLC. Because here like now our teachers started like using, of course like we had done only like pilot project also, but whosoever were involved, they realized that like how it is different than our reflection meetings, how it is different than our discussions. So I'm going to focus on it because this is very important. PLC, which is data driven, which is evidence based, which is joint inquiry, where and it is it has like all teachers unitedly like act upon like improving teaching learning process. So I don't know how many of you are like familiar with the professional learning community, because like it has got like three types mainly, and one is horizontal, and another vertical, and third one is interdisciplinary. So in the horizontal, usually like for those like who wish to know, just I'm telling to them in brief. The horizontal is that, for example like uh, you have got different sections, different divisions are there. And in different division, like maybe one school has got like 5 sections, and in the 5 sections also like they think that like every section will have English teacher teaching English, for example. So these all like English teachers, they come together and they have their own, establish their own PLC. That is horizontal, means different sections English teacher, maybe social studies teachers and all that. Vertical is that maybe one school has get like for example 1 to class 8. So, and 1 to class 8, each class like one like teacher is teaching English, for example, So now the class 1's English teacher, class 2 English teacher, class 3 English teacher, class 4 English teacher, class 5. So all this teacher when vertically, these all teacher come together and they establish a PLC. So that is a vertical one. And the third one is interdisciplinary group. So in the interdisciplinary group, here like all subject teachers come together. Maybe like one class, like having many subject teachers, and these all subject teachers come together. That is the interdisciplinary. And in Billion Star School, we like we had pilot project on interdisciplinary group. We decided, we all like sat together, teachers, leaders, and all that thing, and finalized that we will do interdisciplinary PLC. So you can see here we finalize the PLC interdisciplinary in group in class 5. So we realize that let us do in class 5, because class 5 like is not like class 1 and 2, not class and 10, so in the middle. So that's why thinking of it being in middle, so we thought like let us experiment in class 5. So here like what we did also there, like in the members in the group, so there like we finalize one facilitator. You can see one facilitator also like facilitating the discussion, and then one secretary, and that secretary like is her task was, you can see the like one teacher in yellow dress having yellow kurta kameez, and she is the secretary. And then you can see there the picture, the other teachers are also there. And here see that the secretary, like her role was to like prepare agenda, record minutes, and sharing with the other members that agenda, and then organizing data, uh, evidence brought by the teachers. So that was the task of these were the task of secretary. And we had got 7 teachers so involved. English teacher, Bengali teacher, because this is Bengali region, so we had Bengali teacher, EVS, maths, science, service learning program, as you mentioned that we have got service learning program, and spiritual education. So all these teachers were there. So 7 teachers were involved here. So with all these teachers, we started it. And now steps, like how did we go like move ahead with our PLC. And here like first of all, on PLC like our leaders were first like we had orientation, because first of all like we wanted to know like how does PLC work. So first of all like there was an orientation, uh, and after then in turn like the orientation was given to the PLC teachers, like 7 teachers for plus like a secretary including. So they were given PLC training, so that they know that like how to like how to operate PLC. And then like after that we finalized, as I mentioned, that facilitator were finalized, then secretary. Frequency of meeting was decided, so we decided that fortnightly we'll do. In 14 days we'll do. And venue was principal's room, staff room. Technology was decided, projector and all. And timing we decided like 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. But we realized that like 1 hour is not sufficient. When like evidence is like brought in, and then you analyze the evidence, like we felt that more time is required. So in the beginning we thought of 1 hour, but it went beyond 1 hour. And the 7 PLC meetings were held, like because we were able to conduct. We started from November, as you can see that November 2019, and it went up to March 2020. And because of like corona, because last year because of corona, because of lockdown, so we stopped it there. So because like everything went online, because of that we had to. So that by that time we had got seven PLC meetings were over. And then like so what we studied there, like, and I have given like three areas were there, like where we had our meetings. So first one, that we studied and like study and improvement of behavior of a child, a passive boy. We identify, teacher all came together and realized that one boy is very passive also behavior, like because someone can do PLC like and discuss on somebody's behavior also. and talk about academic areas also. Many areas are there. The teachers, the PLC teachers can sit and work and improve that area. So we decided that first we'll do on behavioral issue. So this boy was very passive, not participating in all that thing. But later on, we analyze the data. We teacher observe that child, and then also videos were made, and then audio were also captured and all that thing, then studied and all that thing, and then intervention was given, based on the child's requirement. So improve the child's behavior. The child now is participating more, participating more. His participation is more in group work, individual work, all that. Second one is we analyze that the term and result of students of class 5, and then I'm just going to show you. And then we wanted to see who are the struggling students there. So I can show you the data here. So you can see here, in English, this I'm going to show you this this marks obtained by students, and points. You can see that points mean marks, out of 20 how much the child get. And you see here the essay one, the result of essay one is F1 F2, and the grade of FA1 2, and you see the essay one. So term essay one, the child you can see there two children this one, Madhubanti, she scored only 31. And then you can see that the another child, Srishta, she got 32 only in English. So that way, all teachers, this, result was projected, projected, and then, all teachers saw this result and then analyze, yeah, these are the students, this is English only. So let me show you that. So now, let me show you, how we finalized. That 3 students were there, likewise we studied English, math, EVS, Bengali, and computer. And we realized that Madhubanti, the same girl, Suhadri, and Sreshta. So these 3 students we found, they're struggling. And then after that, then again we did research, we had this assessment, and assessment copies were again analyzed. And then we felt that where intervention is required, and there intervention was given. So here after given intervention, yeah, they improved, because because they knew that the teacher knew that where are the their struggles, and how do we remove those struggles. And then and we have got third one is improving reading and comprehension of students through reading strategy. So this one in this teachers all of them they use this strategy, reading strategy, to improve the reading and comprehension the whole students. Here not 1 and 2, but particularly these students were also in our mind, this passive boy and 3 students, those who are struggling, because we wanted to improve the reading and comprehension skill of these 3 students also, including all the students, including these 3 students particularly. And then let me show you what structure we used for capturing our thought in the PLC, because structure is required. If you have got structure, you very effectively capture your thoughts, your ideas. And so let me show you what is this I think I wonder structure, what we use so let me show you. So this is a PLC meeting template of PLC agenda meeting, but I'm coming down to the point of I see, think, wonder. So you see there here I see, I think, I wonder. So this structure we used, and whatever data brought by the teachers also, then all the teacher, they look at the data, but what did they see? What did teacher do, what teacher are doing there, and what were the student doing, means all observable behavior. So teachers say, I see this one, I see that one and all that. All I see means no I think also. I think later on, but I see all observations made by teachers by looking at their, looking at the, like evidence. And second one is, like, why do you think this I think exercise? Why do you think this was done or this behavior were displayed? So is again thinking, like what do you see, like what did you see, and why do you think, it is happening there? What is the reason behind that happening? So that teacher discuss. And third one I wonder was the very important one. Now, like what questions do you have? What do you saw and what you thought, and then what question do you have? And it is very important then what could have been done instead, so that, like could have been done in a better manner. So that point, like were captured here. I wonder, like how it could have been done better. And then the later you see that, like one box is there, action plan. So now in order to improve, so now who will do, and when the teacher will, then how teacher will do. So all these were written here, like how, who, when, and how. So this way, like this structure of I see, I think, and I wonder, was used for capturing data and also making action plan. So now, like just let me show you the outcome of PLC. So whatever 4 months we had, where we experimented PLC in one class. So we find that the behavior of the child improved. Observation made by the teachers. Based on observation, we find that child is now more participatory. He's participating, and the performance of the three students improve in the class assessment. Also, that teacher, like this evidence was seen that like how their like a written tests were improving. We found that their language is improving. And the third, like teachers also, like now teacher learn how to study academic problems scientifically. Before though, like as I mentioned that our reflection meetings, we are sharing our opinion, our perceptions, our assumption, all those things. But here very specifically, very scientifically we study the data. That was a very like it's a unique approach. And they learn how to have data driven discussion to reach to an effective conclusion. So this one teacher learned like that how to have discussion like data driven discussion. And then teacher build their skills also, IT skill, reading skills, research skills, also analyzing, most especially analyzing skill. So all these skills were built like by teachers. And the last one but not the least, like very important one, they build their joint inquiry skills. Because otherwise teachers usually whatever English teacher like is doing his English work, and math teacher is doing math work, and social studies, but not joint effort is there. The beauty of PLC is that all teacher come together and put a joint effort. This is a beauty of PLC. Because otherwise teacher basically they do their work individually, and then like but here is all together they come. So this is what we learned, that we one come together with like evidence or data, and then analyze it, and then like based on that we make an action plan. It works better. It works better, like better for child's learning, for optimizing child's like learning, for leveraging child's improvement. That would be so this is all about like PLC, like which we experimented in BSS, Billion Star School. Thank you very much. So this is all I have for you.
Thank you very much, sir, for a very clear and lucid talk on ways to help our teachers, to help our students. And once again, we thank Dr. Sunita Gandhi for this excellent format where we meet people like Mr. Vinod Kumar, the Director of Professional Development, Brilliance School from Udaipur in Tripura. And GETI, that is where we are. GETI transforms teaching education by transforming teaching practices. Watch out for and enroll for upcoming teacher training. We are launching pre-service teachers training program this month. A host of in-service programs will follow. For details, visit our website getilearn.org, GETILEARN.org, or call 740-8401-000. Repeat 740-8401-000. So thank you and
Yeah,
good
thank you, sir.
evening and goodbye.
Yeah, thank you, sir, from my
Yes,
side
sir.
also. Thank you to you and thank you to Sunita Gandhi, madam, everyone. Thank you, sir, for giving me opportunity.